When I found out I'd be doing the BC bike race, I started to think about which bike would be suitable for review during the race. To elaborate on BCBR, it's a 7-day stage race that happens on the west coast of British Columbia every year in July, with each stage in a new town or trail network. You spend a few days on Vancouver Island in different towns, then around some other pristine coastline trails covered in rainforest, and you finish in Squamish. Each day is somewhere around 25 to 30 miles, usually upwards of 3, 4, or 5,000 feet of climbing. Yeah, this sounds like cross-country, and technically it is, but BC is still gnarly as ever, and there are very challenging downhills multiple times every single day. All of the trails are amazing, they're great people, good food, trailside bands, and so many other good things. Signal Peak was an easy choice for BCBR and seemed to tick all the boxes for a bike that could perform on the week-long course. It's 120 mil of travel front and rear, has a 68-degree head tube angle, a 75-degree seat tube angle, and 430 millimeter chain stays. On the medium I tested, it came with 446 millimeters of reach. Once I was aboard the Signal Peak, it took me a little bit of time to get used to the bike, and I wasn't an immediate fan. It felt very long and very roomy, and I think that was a big part of what took me a while to get used to it. But mile after mile, the Signal Peak grew on me. It could be how quiet the bike was. There's no ting-tang of chain slap or rat-a-tat-tat of cable rattle, and even the hub was pretty silent in engagement. It did end up developing some sort of creak because of a bit of play in the free hub, which you might notice in the video. But overall, aside from that, it's a very quiet bike. The climbing position remained comfortable, and a 75-degree seat tube angle on an XC/trail bike was very nice. The pedaling platform retains a good amount of anti-squat, although there is some bob when the Signal Peak is in fully open mode in the rear suspension. I mostly kept it in the middle damp position for climbing and descending, and would open it all the way on long and gnarly descents. With the long reach on the Signal Peak, it meant around corners I would really have to shift my weight forward to keep weight on the front sometimes. But it also meant that I stayed very centered in the frame on really steep downhills. Although the 68-degree head angle might sound a bit steep, I never felt too far over the bars when the trail got steep. Although even cross-country bikes seem to be getting pretty slack these days, the head angle on Signal Peak also meant that it was very agile in between tight trails and trees. I haven't mentioned this yet, but if you don't know already, Fezzari is a direct-to-consumer brand based in Utah. And with direct-to-consumer, there is an expectation of saving some money on a bike. And the Signal Peak I tested rang in at around $7,600. I know, pricey, but consider the build kit. All of the Fox suspension, and including the dropper posts, were Kashima coated. It came with carbon DT Swiss wheels, a carbon race face cockpit, and 12-speed Shimano XTR. Similar bikes in the market with the same build kit ring in closer to $9,000 or even $10,000. And everything worked great. Over 400-ish miles on the bike and 200 miles in 1 week in BC with mud, loam, dust, and everything stayed strong. The XTR never skipped a beat, the suspension never gave me problems. All in all, it was solid, it was durable, and very premium. With the Signal Peak, Fezzari offers an XC-efficient bike that can take on rough descents and hold up over time, and save buyers a lot of money. If you're looking for a little bit more information on the Signal Peak, see our full review on signaltracks.com. We've got more photos and a few more details in there. We also have new articles, news, and reviews up daily. If you dug the video, give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed the bike review, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the trails.